Welcome to Making Connections. My name is David Triana. I'm the president of Conexion Media Group. And it has been a little bit since we did a show, Paola.
Over 2 months.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How you been?
I'm doing well. We've been keeping busy, obviously, but I'm glad to be back to do this wonderful show. We're going to have a great guest today. Now, obviously, you've been very busy for the last several months, I know.
Well, trying to be.
We thank you, first of all, for coming all the way from Pensacola to be with us. And I know also, through a little birdie, because I know that you are one of the top realtors here in the area and in both Florida and Mississippi. But I saw somewhere where you won some awards recently. Tell me about those.
Well, it has been amazing. Yes, I have been pretty busy, but I do everything with a heart. So everything that you do with a heart, you usually are successful at it, right? So yeah, I do work for Levin Rinke here in Florida, and I also work for Coldwell Banker. And throughout my career, I have been blessed with receiving various awards. But one of the awards that I always dreamt of was being in the top 250 Latino agents in the U.S., and I made it.
Wow, congratulations,
Thank you.
I've always dreamt about the Oscar, but I don't think I'm ever going to win it, even here.
That's kind of the Oscar of real estate.
Well, congratulations, because I know you work very hard
you.
for your customers, and obviously, traveling from here to Mississippi all the time. As you know, today we're going to have a great guest in Brian Wyer, the president of the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce.
Very nice.
What do you think about the network?
The network is an amazing event, actually. The first time I went to a networking event was actually yours.
Okay,
years
I'm
ago.
glad.
And we do appreciate you for all the networking events you do. Not only the networking events, but also the social events. They're always good for businesses, small businesses, big corporations, and not only you meet new people, but you run into other people that you have met, and you even become friends with some of these business amazing groups. So yes, we do appreciate you for that.
And that's the message we want to send with Conexion Media Group and the socials, Hispanics and Friends. Hispanics and Friends linked is what it is. Look for us in Facebook. And basically, we want to put people together from different backgrounds.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be a member, and just come out and hang out together, in a relaxed atmosphere, as we call it, right?
Totally, yes.
And we just want to give the opportunity to people to come together and meet each other. And to be honest with you, every single one that we've had, and we do them regionally, has cost something good for somebody.
Right.
And that's a good thing. That's what it's all about.
The most important thing is not only the great company and the great food and the environment, but also making connections.
That's right. That's what we're all about. We're all about the connections.
Yes.
And that's what Conexion Media Group is about. Again, that is only one of the elements that we do. We also do community events. And today, during the upcoming events, you're going to hear about Unity Gala. The Unity Gala is one of our major events coming up in October. Again, bringing people together, and in this case, for a good cause. We're going to present the awards that we call the Unity Awards for people that support multicultural activities, and especially people that and businesses that support the growing Hispanic community of our area.
Absolutely.
What can you tell us about the guest? A little bit more.
The guest is a very impressive guy, businessman. We both have seen him in action more than once. His name is Brian Wyer. He is the CEO and the president of the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce, and he has several years' experience in this field, and we're really, really happy to have him today.
And Paola, before we go any further, I want us to introduce our new team member here, Edna Hernandez.
We're really excited.
Here's Edna.
Hi, nice to meet you, Paola.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Well, my name is Edna Hernandez. I live in Panama City Beach, and I'm going to bring all of you the information of upcoming events and the fun.
All right, wonderful. We're looking forward to that, and we're also going to send you to take some video of great events in the Panama City area. All right. Well, welcome to our team.
Well, I'm really excited to have you. And, this is your first day, so I know you're a little bit nervous.
I am.
But we're really happy to have you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Edna. You'll be seeing Edna here in a few minutes with the upcoming events for today.
Thank you.
Do you want to advertise to thousands of Hispanics and non-Hispanics in Northwest Florida and Southern Alabama?
¿Quieres promover tu empresa y producto a miles de hispanos y no hispanos?
Conexion is your most cost-efficient way to do so.
Conexión es tu solución.
We are the largest English and Spanish publication in our region. Our primary mission is to inform, guide, and educate our readers via interesting content.
Somos la publicación mensual en español y en inglés de la más grande distribución en toda la región. Además de las 5,000 copias en papel, tenemos activas las redes sociales, incluyendo Facebook, Twitter e Instagram, y también por Internet.
Conexion is your bridge to connect you to the growing Hispanic market in the region. Call us.
Llámanos.
Robert, how would you describe our company?
Well, today it's a lot different than it was 5 years ago and a lot different than it was 10 years ago. So today, we are a real estate company that focuses on making sure that we're not just selling the bricks and mortar, that we're selling the complete Pensacola lifestyle. So they come in and they engage, they do the right things. And what happens when you do the right things? You win. Do it for the right reasons, the right way, and they build so much competency that they have the confidence to go quietly do it correctly. And then they're highly effective. So they tap into all of our marketing, they tap into our culture, they tap into the training, and it's bite-sized pieces every day, and it's cumulative, and they look up a year or two later, and they're a highly trained real estate professional. And what happens, Kayla, when you get really, really, really good at something?
It's fun.
It's fun. We say that all the time.
Today we do have Mr. Brian Wyer, CEO, President of the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce with us. And Brian is going to talk to us about what the Chamber does, the services they offer, and the kind of things that they do for the short and the long term. So let's go to that interview right now. With us today is Mr. Brian Wyer. He is the CEO and the President of the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce. How are you, Brian? Welcome to Connections.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me here today.
Thank you for being here. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you again as well.
I know you came all the way from Pensacola over here, so how was your trip?
It's a short little drive. I don't mind it at all. It's beautiful over here in Fort Walton.
No, absolutely. I came from Pensacola as well, so.
We could have carpooled.
Like I say,
Exactly.
like I call it, the beautiful Fort Walton Beach.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Brian, David and I have the pleasure to know you, but I know some of our viewers don't have that pleasure.
Right.
So tell us about a little bit about yourself and what led you to become the president of the Chamber of Commerce.
Well, I was born and raised in Pensacola, Florida. I went to the University of West Florida, graduated. I moved to Tampa for 22 years and came back about 6 years ago. So I have a real desire to help out with nonprofits, to help out with education, to help out businesses, and this role is a perfect fit for me to do all those things.
Oh, awesome, awesome. That's very interesting, and I could tell the times that I have seen you presenting about the chamber, you could tell that you love what you do. Your passion is amazing.
Exactly. When you love what you do, it makes it so easy to talk about it. So I feel very comfortable saying that it's a great job to be in. I'm happy to meet people and have a great time doing that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's all about educating the public of what your chamber does as well.
Truly
So
is.
speaking of your chamber, I know that there is a little bit of history behind it. So when was it created?
Well, the chamber initially was created as the Gulf Coast African American Chamber of Commerce about 20 years ago. It was created to help minority businesses out and African American businesses to do more in the economy and to have more of an economic impact. I came on board back in 2017 with the chamber, and then in 2018, October 1, we created what's now the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, great.
So we're really a new chamber. We haven't been around for a year yet as a new chamber, but we have 20 years of history as the African American Chamber.
Awesome, awesome.
Outstanding, outstanding. Yeah, Brian, I'm a member of several chambers, and I really do believe that the chambers are very important to the businesses, especially the small businesses, in my opinion. But I also found out that in dealing with a lot of small businesses, small little tienditas, like saying in Latin America, a lot of them don't believe in chambers. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the benefits that your chamber has, for number one, and also what you see as what's some of the most important reasons for becoming a member, whether you're a small business or a medium or large business.
Well, you bring up a good point. There's tons of chamber of commerces around. They have different focuses, different emphasis. Most of them are geographically based. The Greater Pensacola Chamber, the Fort Walton Beach Chamber, the Navarre Chamber. Our chamber is designated as the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce, and we focus on the issues of small businesses, minority businesses that are small to help them out and grow bigger. We also believe in supporting with allies, corporations, and big companies who want to help give back to minority businesses and small businesses.
That's good.
And be a benefit to them. So we're open for all individuals. A funny story is when we were at the African American Chamber, I would go out and meet people, and probably 20 people in the course of 5 months said, Brian, we love what you're doing. Things are great. You're doing wonderful things, but I'm sorry I can't join because I'm not black. And I would say, we don't exist only for black people. We exist for everyone.
Sure.
But the name was very confusing, and I understand their confusion. Then I met with you back in February, and then we talked about this, and I said, you know what? We really need to open up and expand our name to match our mission. So that's why the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber really focuses on on those items. We're the only chamber of commerce to receive funding from the county and the city in Pensacola and Escambia County because they believe in our mission. We help the county and the city to find business to work with them to get their minority businesses more closely involved with the government. So we're the only chamber, and we exist for that purpose of helping the county and the city out.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I'm glad that, the Minority Chamber of Commerce exists. There is no Hispanic Chamber of Commerce in our area. I know a lot of people have thought about doing something like that, and I hope it does happen eventually. But I think, like you said, having a Minority Chamber of Commerce in a way may have a better effect on the overall community. How many members do you currently have with your chamber?
We currently have about 225 members, and about 130 of those are active. Since coming on the role, I'm really kind of inherited some of the procedures that we had in the past, and I'm kind of updating them, making them more modern, really looking at what we're doing, and really helping to revamp some of those things. So about 220 members on the books, and about 800 contacts. Contacts are people who want to know what's going on with the chamber. They receive emails, they receive information, but they're not members yet at this time. And to me, a contact is just as valuable as a member because they want to know what's happening. They spread the news, they get involved, they come to it. If anyone knows me, they'll know I'm not focused on membership. If you come to my office with a vision, a dream, I'll spend 2 hours with you talking about what can I do to help you out.
Yes.
Right.
And I don't push you being a member because I'm helped to be supported by the county and the city. I push on helping your business out. And when the timing's right, you're going to remember, and you'll join to be part of that.
I think
so
that's so important.
I don't push memberships to help you out. I'll do what I can to help you out. A membership does have benefits.
You bet.
If you're a member, you can have grand openings and ribbon cuttings. You can get member-to-member discounts with different companies that we work with. So there's a lot of benefits to being a member. But if you're not a member, you need help, I'm going to help you out.
And you mentioned something very important, that quality of the service that you give is more important than having a bunch of members and then receiving not quality support. And what about the fact that you are in Pensacola? Does that mean only Pensacola businesses can join?
No, as I said, we're not even a year old yet. We named ourselves the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce for a reason. And that reason is the fact that we really want to focus on Pensacola and Escambia County first, get things working, moving in the right direction, and branch out. That's one of the reasons why I'm here today in Fort Walton. I want to make sure we expand our footprint and we encompass any group and areas of people that need help and assistance. I gotten phone calls from people in Alabama, people in Panama City and Mobile who want to know what we're doing, and I want to reach out to those people and include them in however we can. I want to work with all chambers across our region, and eventually roll out some things across nationwide that our nation could do better for our minority chambers.
Oh, that's amazing.
Outstanding.
I'm really excited about it.
You're a hard worker.
I'm excited about it. I really am.
I think you're going to make it happen. You're a hard worker.
I have no doubt. And, I always tell small businesses, hey, you're going to have some bumps in the road. Everyone thinks being a business owner is wonderful. It's great and everything's rosy, but you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some bumps in the road. It's pushing through those problems is what you need. And us as a new chamber, we're the same way. We had some bumps in the road over the course of the last 10 months.
Right.
But we know we're going to get past those and do some wonderful things.
Wonderful.
Well, going
wonderful.
back to the members, you said active members. What do you mean by that?
Active members are ones that have currently paid and their renewal is within a year. We have some members on the books that may be 2 years old, 3 years old, that haven't paid, and we haven't done a good job to me of revisiting them and saying, hey, your membership's up, because they still receive some of the emails, they still receive some of the benefits. So I have to do a better job myself of reaching to them and say, hey, your membership has expired, and we want to make sure that you become active again so that you can get these benefits and privileges as a member.
And for the public overall, if they want to become a member, how do they join?
The best way to join the chamber is really you can call our office. We're at 438-3993. We also have a website you can go to. It's www.GCMCC. Stands for Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce. You can go to our website, pull up all the information about who we are, what we do. You can join online electronically. It's a safe environment for you, and you can become a member of the chamber through that way. And then we'll follow up, give you an access to update your member profile. We'll help you out in any way that we can once you join the chamber as a member.
Okay. As you know, by the fact that you said that you came all the way from Pensacola,
Yeah.
I know based on what I'm getting the feeling of this interview, you're wanting to expand into other areas.
Yes, definitely.
What areas do you want to target or concentrate on?
Well, and I'm taking Pensacola and Escambia County as a case study right now. I've been tracking metrics for the first time and showing where we stand as a business, creating baseline metrics. And people aren't comfortable with some of those metrics, to be honest with you. It paints a picture that we really need help in the minority community, but those are the facts. So I'm using Pensacola and Escambia County to help prove the point where we can provide impact, we can make a difference, we can help grow the environment, and then expand that footprint out to other areas. Fort Walton Beach, Panama City, the Alabama area if need be.
Absolutely.
So that's my main goal, to do that. I want to make sure that we don't cross lines like with maybe the Minority Chamber in Tallahassee.
Right.
But we work
Right.
together and we partner.
That's
You can be a member of more than one chamber. Most people are involved in 2-3 chambers because they know the impact they can have by being multiple chambers. I don't want to compete with people. I want to work with them together to
Absolutely.
be even bigger and more inclusive.
Right.
That's a great way to see it, and that's always a good thing for all chambers to work together in some kind of way.
Yeah, I constantly refer people that we have in our members to other chambers to join and get more details because it can benefit from different geographical locations and also different emphasis. So I
Now-
constantly do that.
The events that you have, obviously, they're part of what you do to serve the membership, but can others come to those events to check it out? In a
All
sense?
of our events are open and free to the public. We usually put like a different press release and items in all the community calendars around town. The only event that we have a charge for is our community awards event. And David was a recipient of our award this year for being a business in the chamber that received an
Well, we
award.
thank you for that.
And that's the only thing we really charge for as far as events. Everything else is free to the public. We're having a workshop for veterans with the Small Business Administration. We have monthly networking events. Those are all free and open to the public to join. Come there, network, build some connections, and one day maybe join a chamber. But if not, I want you to get some networking and get some good value out of that.
Right.
Wonderful, wonderful. I was very interested at that event that you mentioned, an initiative or a movement called the I Love Diverse Cities. Can you briefly tell us about that?
Yeah, I had my Jerry Maguire moment. I had created this campaign called I Heart Diverse Cities with a Heart. And after a press conference that the mayor was giving, I rolled out my sign. I asked the press to please stay there for a few minutes, and I explained what I wanted to talk about. And the whole goal initiative of that was to look at our city and say, this is where we stand diversity-wise. Look at this and say, how can we either improve those areas even more, or just understand we have some areas of unconscious bias in place. For example, our county commissioners in Escambia County, there's 5 county commissioners. They're all male, so we have 0 diversity amongst gender.
I see.
One is a minority. It's a problem or it's a bad issue. It's just a matter of understanding you have that, so you may have areas that you really are not an expert in, or that you not have experience in. So pull other people around you to help build you up in those areas. So I definitely want to roll out in Pensacola, right on Escambia County. I want every member to have a sign, have a button that we're pushing out soon here in the future to show that. And then when the time is right, push it regionally and then nationally. I want to be on Good Morning America. I want to be on the Dateline show saying, "Hey, I heart diverse cities," and have other cities look at their diversity and then find ways to make it better.
Well,
Go for it. I think that's a great program.
Give me a few
Very,
years,
very
I'll get
impressive.
there.
There you go.
Well,
Nice and
I do
methodical.
want to thank you for being here with us today. It's always a pleasure to see you. Anything else you would like to add before, ask your last words before we finish?
Just the fact I want everyone to remember, we're called the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce, and we're for everyone. For all minorities, we're for all individuals, all small businesses, corporations. We just want to help out, make sure our environment's better for everyone. And thank you for having me on today. As David knows, I definitely want to make sure that we pull in the major groups. We're definitely working in the African American community, the Hispanic community. We're starting to get some footprint there. We have some plans in place for the next few months here. But I want to make sure everyone feels inclusive and feel welcome.
Well, we want to thank you and congratulate you, especially congratulate you, because I'm sure David agrees with me. You are doing an outstanding job as a president and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce. So we appreciate your presence here with us today. And well, hopefully we'll get to see each other again soon.
We definitely will, and it's not just me as a chamber, it's all of us together. David working with us, you working with us, coming to events, it's all of us together.
Absolutely.
So thank you for that. I appreciate you having me here today.
Thank you again, Brian. We'll be right back.
My pleasure.
I'm Gary Campbell, owner of The Hotspot. We're a full-service digital company that specializes in website development and social media growth. We also provide SEO work, multimedia marketing, and full video production. After years of research and working with dozens of clients, we have developed a 3-phase strategy that will ensure your business's success in the digital world. We use this for all of our clients. From building your company's foundation to full-on multimedia marketing, this program will ensure your company's success. The Hotspot is a local service with national resources. We look forward to working with you.
Come see us at Chalmers.
Good morning. This is David Triana with Conexion on the Streets. We are at the RPM's First Friday Coffee, that business expo, a great event, and we are here with two of the officers for United for a Good Cause. United for a Good Cause was part of the activity, and they were here to promote the organization. Now, what exactly do you have coming up here, Mr. Whitney? This is Don Whitney from United for a Good Cause, the vice chair.
Okay, we are really wanting to tell everybody about our Emerald Coast Christmas Miracle that we are gathering toys for needy children. Now, these are local children that we're gathering toys for, and we're looking for about 2,000 toys is our goal. Toys of about $10 each. When they only get one toy, $10 is fine. So we need your help, and we're asking different businesses and people to put a box in that we can gather toys in their business, or they can give money, or they can sponsor. But we are really trying to bring the community together to do this for our area here. Now this also happens, we give these toys away at the mall the week before Christmas, and the first part of it we give away are for children that have special needs, and then the regular needy children after that. Now you'd think we'd be all done when we're doing that. We're not. Christmas Eve day and Christmas Eve, we are taking vans and we are going to see and bring toys to children who are in the hospital, who can't walk or in a wheelchair or sick in bed, and we go bring toys to those children. All the other charities, they have off, but we don't have off. That's what we do, okay? We don't have secretaries, we don't have buildings. Every penny that's given to this charity goes towards those children.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Whitney. And we also have Michael Gales. Michael is the treasurer of the organization. Michael, I know there's an event coming up 20 July, I believe. And where's that event and what's going on?
It's going to be at Santa Rosa Mall. They're sponsoring a toys Christmas in July. Is that it? Christmas in July. And we'll have a box there kicking off. And we're asking for toys to be given to us for that day. And we'll continue our toy drive up until Christmas.
All right, and how was the event today?
Exciting. I didn't win any prizes, but a lot of my friends did.
It was fantastic. Always enlightening and an eye-opener.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you very much for being with us, Conexion on the Streets. Again, we invite everyone to support the organization United for a Good Cause. They got a toy drive that has started yesterday. They have different ways that the businesses can support them. Go to unitedforagoodcause.org, unitedforagoodcause.org for more information. This is David Triana for Conexion on the Streets, signing off.
Saludos a todos. Soy Edna Hernández y les tengo información de algunos de los excelentes eventos en nuestra región. Greetings to everyone. My name is Edna Hernández and I am here today to give you information of some great upcoming events in our region. No te pierdas el Destin Seafood Festival 2019. Será en el Destin Harbor Walk Village. Incluirá arte, música en vivo, diversión para toda la familia. No te lo puedes perder. Será del 4 al 6 de octubre, así que son varios días de evento. The Destin Seafood Festival, a fun time on the beautiful Destin Harbor. Entra a la página de internet para más detalles. El segundo evento en el mes de octubre será el próximo 11 de octubre del 2019. A las 7 p.m. de 7 a la medianoche en Fort Walton Beach. Conexion Media Group amenizará su tercera anual Unity Gala o Gala de la Unidad. Este evento incluirá cena con deliciosos platillos de nuestra gran variedad latina, baile con música variada, una subasta silenciosa y también degustación de vino. Durante esta gala, Conexion Media Group otorgará sus premios Unidad a 3 empresas locales y a un individuo. Los premios Unidad son para reconocer entidades que apoyan, liderean y patrocinan eventos multiculturales en nuestra región. Este año el evento recaudará fondos para la Fundación Boricuas de Corazón, que está basada en Tampa, y los fondos serán para ayudar a los damnificados por el huracán Michael de Panama City. Si quieres patrocinar o unirte al evento Unity Gala, llama al 850-368-3505 o manda un mensaje a la dirección de internet que aparecerá en tu pantalla. Y para el último dejamos lo mejor, el 15º aniversario de la fiesta navideña El Milagro en Costa Esmeralda. Será el día 15 de diciembre de 2 a 7 p.m. en el Santa Rosa Mall. Este evento, como ya lo conocen, es organizado por United for the Good Cause. La fiesta es para niños y familias de bajos recursos y habrá entretenimiento, cantantes, abrigos, comida, juegos, juguetes nuevos para todos los niños. También habrá concursos con grandes premios, incluyendo bicicletas nuevecitas. Si quieres patrocinar o donar para este evento de caridad, o si quieres venir y traer a tu familia, venir con tus amigos, invitar a alguien de tu comunidad, entra a la página de la fundación que estará apareciendo. Como ves, tenemos 3 grandes eventos para disfrutar y para ayudar a servir a nuestra comunidad. Para más información de nuestros eventos en nuestra comunidad, te invitamos a que visites las páginas de Conexión. Puedes encontrarnos en nuestra página web, en Facebook, Instagram, Twitter y YouTube. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Se despide tu amiga Edna Hernández. Thank you for being with us. Bye. Hasta la próxima.
Awkward. Do I look familiar? I should. You might remember me from here. Here. Or maybe even here.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
It can actually be a perfect moment to reach out to a friend and ask if they're okay, if they seem down.
It doesn't matter how you say it.
You all right?
Everything's okay?
All G?
You all right, girl?
Oh,
You cool?
you bugging dog.
Just show you're there for them. Go on, Kelly.
Seize the awkward.
Hey, you haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Well, as they say, all good things must come to an end, and this is the end of the show, Making Connections for today. We hope you have enjoyed the interview with Brian Wyer, the president and CEO of the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce. And we want to say one last thing about that. If you are a small business or an individual that wants to have some networking to do, meet other people, mid-sized business, large business, doesn't matter. Chambers are very important, and you should consider joining
I totally
a
agree with
chamber
that.
in your area.
Absolutely.
Well, time to go.
Time to go. So I will say it in Spanish. Hasta pronto, mis amigos. Un besote y abrazo para ustedes.
Nos vemos.